Why click and ship? With click and ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why click and ship? With click and ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why click and ship? With click and ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why click and ship? With click and ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Redstar E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-Commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-Commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-Commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-Commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-commerce. Red Star Express Plc. Beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Red Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open an account with us, simply log on to clickandship.com.ng to sign up. Visit www.redstarplc.com for more information as well. Find us on Instagram at Red Star E-commerce.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May I call Mr. Moses Ogundeji to say the opening prayer for us, please.
Please can you be standing? Our most high God, the King of kings and Lord of lords, we give honor and glory to your holy name, most especially for the gift of life that you have given to all of us. We thank you because you have preserved us and preserved our company. Father, accept our thanks and praises in the name of Jesus. Our God and our Father, we have gathered to deliberate on our companies and the way forward. We ask you to come and be the chairman of this meeting in the mighty name of Jesus. Come and give us understanding, wisdom, that we will use to conduct this meeting, and at the end of the day, we will have cause to glorify your holy name for all those who have asked in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogundeji. Good morning again, distinguished shareholders, proxies, ladies and gentlemen. It is with pleasure and gratitude to the Almighty God that I welcome you all to the 28th Annual General Meeting of our company, Red Star Express Plc, for which notice had been given to members of the company having the right to attend and vote. I now declare the meeting open. We have come together to review the performance of the company Red Star Express Plc for the year ended 31st March 2021. We thank God for his protection and for the inspiration in directing the affairs of our company. We continue to pray for wisdom for all those at the helm of affairs in our dear country and our company. Amen. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and restriction on mass gathering and social distancing measures instituted by government, the company has, under the guidelines issued by the Corporate Affairs Commission, obtained the approval of the Commission to hold this annual general meeting in line with Section 254 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 on the use of proxies for the meeting. The company had also obtained the approval of Lagos State Government to hold the meeting at this venue under the extant guidelines and directives on physical and social distancing. In line with the approval received from Corporate Affairs Commission for attendance of the meeting by proxy, which was subsequently adopted by the Nigerian Stock Exchange, shareholders entitled to attend and vote at this annual general meeting have appointed as proxies one of the underlisted to attend and vote in their stead. Mr. Suleiman Barrow, Dr. Olushola Obabori, Mr. Moses Ogundeji, Chief Cyril Ugumadu, and is being streamed live on Zoom and YouTube. Shareholders were informed ahead of time and encouraged to log on and observe the meeting. Red Star Express is supporting the efforts of the government to curb the spread of pandemic, and we have adopted all the NCDC precautionary measures in order to ensure the safety of our stakeholders. We've also made provision for sanitizers, masks, gloves, and checking of temperatures at the venue of the meeting. Before we proceed, I now invite the registrars to give a report of the shareholders and proxies for the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and esteemed shareholders. My name is Busolawali Maikaya, and I represent Coronation Registrars Limited. We have 11 shareholders attending in person and 178 shareholders attending by proxy, with a total shareholding of 436,666,633 units, representing 47.14% of the issued and fully paid up shares of the company. With this information, we hereby confirm that a quorum has been formed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. I therefore hereby confirm that shareholders and proxies have been disclosed. There is a proper quorum for the meeting as required. Since our last annual general meeting, 2 directors retired from the board. Alhaji Aminu Dangana and Mr. Sule Umar Bichi. Both retired from the board with effect from 28th April 2021. On behalf of the board and the entire shareholders, I wish to express our appreciation for their meritorious service, commitment, and wise counsel to the company, and wish them all well as they embrace further and future opportunities. Subsequently, 2 new non-executive directors were appointed. The first is Mr. Peter Aleto and Mr. Chukwuemeka Ndu, all effective June 28, 2021, in line with the provisions of CAMA and other corporate governance codes. Against this background, permit me to introduce my fellow directors on the board. My name is Suleiman Barrow. I'm the chairman of the company by grace and by the grace of the Almighty God. I will have. Thank you. Let me stand up. I didn't seek permission to sit down. I didn't seek permission to sit down. Please give me the permission to I apologize most sincerely, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Shola Obabori, the Group Managing Director. Mr. Victor Okwat, the Executive Director. Mr. Awalu Babura, Executive Director. We also have our new director, Mr. Peter Aleto, non-executive director. These are the directors that are physically here today. Those joining virtually, Mr. Suleiman Koguna, Mrs. Are they going to show them? Chioma Sideso and Mr. Chukwuemeka Ndu. I confirm that they are part of this meeting virtually. The company secretary is, as usual, Mrs. Frances Apomuka. I would like to make some special recognitions as well. The representative of our external auditors, Anne Sanyog. Huh? Okay, yeah. Good. That's Suleiman Koguna. At the bottom left is Mrs. Sideso. Mrs. Sideso, we want to see you. That's better. And then Mr. Chukwuemeka Ndu. Can we show Mr. Ndu? Okay, I'm sure that in due course we'll see them. Let me introduce representatives of our external auditors, Ansa Young. We have today Mrs. Omolola Alebiosu. Thank you, madam. Representative of the registrars, coronation registrars, Busola Wale Maka. Thank you, madam. Representative of Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Dehimbo Olusoji. Welcome, sir. Representative of the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited, attending virtually, is Mr. Chidi Okoronko. I think I saw him. Yes. Mr. Chidi Okoronko. now introduce members of the Audit Committee. Mr. Moses Ogundeji, who is the chairman of the committee. Chief Cyril Ugumadu, thank you, sir. And Mr. Gani Amao. I now must also recognize our esteemed departing directors, Alhaji Aminu Dangana, Mr. Sule Omar Bichi, our former managing director as well. We also have our external solicitor, Chief Charles Edo Sowan. He is here. Okay. Shareholders associations here represented today include Independent Shareholders Association. Welcome, sirs. Thank you. Easy Life Shareholders Association. Welcome, sirs. Rock Shareholders Association. Welcome, sir. I welcome other distinguished ladies and gentlemen again. The purpose of today's meeting is to transact the business in the notice. I now call on the secretary, company secretary, to read the notice convening the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Notice of annual general meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 28th annual general meeting of Star Express Plc will be held by proxy at the Radisson Hotel, Isaac John Street, GRA, Ikeja, Lagos, on Thursday, September 16, 2021, at 11 a.m. to transact the following business. Ordinary business 1, to receive the audited financial statements for the year ended March 31, 2021, together with the reports of the directors, auditors, and statutory audit committee thereon. 2, to declare a dividend. 3, to approve the appointment of A, Mr. Peter Surulere Aleto, non-executive director, B, Mr. Chukwuemeka Emmanuel Undo, non-executive director. 4, to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. 5, to disclose the remuneration of the managers of the company. 6, to elect members of the audit committee. Special business. To consider and if thought fit, pass the following ordinary resolution. To approve the directors' fees in the sum of 8 million naira for the financial year ending March 31, 2022. 8. To consider and if thought fit, pass the following ordinary resolution. That pursuant to Section 432, subsection 3 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, and following a recommendation by the Board of Directors of the company hereby proposes a bonus issued to members whose names appear on the register of members as at close of business on Friday, 3rd September 2021, in proportion of 1 new ordinary share for every 33 existing ordinary shares held by them in the capital of the company as at close of business on Friday, 3rd September 2021. The shares so distributed shall run pari passu with the existing ordinary shares in all respects, subject to receipt of all required regulatory approvals. B, that to give effect to this resolution, the board be and hereby authorized to do all such acts, deeds, and give such directions as is necessary or expedient, and settle any concern that may arise in this regard, as the board in its absolute discretion may deem necessary or desirable, including filing all required returns at the Corporate Affairs Commission, and its decision shall be binding and final by order of the board. Notes to the accounts. 1. Compliance with COVID-19 related directives and guidelines. Further to the guidelines of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, on the conduct of annual general meeting of public companies by proxies, I need to comply with directives and regulations of the Federal Government of Nigeria, Lagos State Government, and the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, on safety and health protocols to stem the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Shareholders are hereby informed that attendance shall only be by proxy. The convening and conduct of the AGM is thus being done in compliance with these directives and guidelines. Proxy. In view of the foregoing, members are encouraged to appoint proxies to represent them at the meeting. Consequently, a member of the company entitled to attend and vote is advised to select from the listed proposed proxies. 1. Mr. Suleiman Barao, Chairman, Non-Executive Director. Dr. Olushola Obabori, Group Managing Director / CEO. Mr. Moses Ogundeji, Shareholder Representative. Chief Cyril Ugumadu, Shareholder Representative. Mr. Ganiu Amal, Shareholder Representative. For the appointment to be valid, a completed and duly executed proxy form must be forwarded to the registrars via email or e-coronationregistrars.com or deposited at the office of the registrars, Coronation Registrars Limited, plot 009, Amadu Ojikutu Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, not less than 48 hours before the time fixed for the meeting. Proxy form is attached to the annual report and is also available for download from the company's website at www.redstarplc.com. Stamping of proxy forms arrangements at its cost for the stamping of duly completed and signed proxy forms submitted to the company's registrars within the stipulated time. Closure of register. The closure of register of members and transfer books of the company will be closed from the 6th to the 10th of September 2021, both dates inclusive. To enable the registrars update, they are recommending a dividend of 5 kobo per 50 kobo share, payable less withholding tax. If approved at the meeting, dividend will be paid electronically on the 23rd of September 2021 to shareholders whose names appear on the register of members as at 3rd September 2021, who have completed the e-dividend registration and mandated the registrars to pay dividend directly into their bank accounts. Unclaimed dividends. Some dividends have remained unclaimed and outstanding. Shareholders affected by this notice are advised to contact the registrars for resolution. Shareholder updates. Shareholders are kindly requested to update their records and advise the registrars of the updated details. Detachable forms in respect of the e-dividend payment and shareholder data update forms are attached to the annual reports for convenience. The forms can also be downloaded from the website of the registrars, www.coronationregistrars.com. Duly completed forms should be delivered to Coronation Registrars Limited, plot 009, Amadu Ojikutu Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Statutory Audit Committee. In compliance with Section 4046 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, CAMA, any shareholder may nominate a shareholder for appointment to the Statutory Audit Committee. Such nomination should be in writing and should read the Company Secretary at least 21 days before the annual general meeting. Auditors Act 2020 provides that all members of the Audit Committee shall be financially literate, and at least one member shall be a member of a professional accounting body in Nigeria established by an act of the National Rights of shareholders to ask questions. Shareholders reserve the right to ask questions at the annual general meeting. Shareholders may also submit their questions prior to the meeting. Such questions are to be addressed to the Company Secretary and reach the company at its head office or by electronic mail to investorrelations@restarplc.com not later than 72 hours to the date of 2021 annual reports and accounts is available online for viewing or download via the company's website www.restarplc.com. Shareholders who have provided their email addresses to the registrars will receive electronic copies of the annual reports via email. Also, shareholders who wish to receive the electronic version of the annual report should send their request via email to eforms@coronationregistrars.com or investorrelations@restarplc.com. Live streaming of the AGM. The annual general meeting will be streamed live via Zoom and on the company's YouTube channel. This will enable shareholders and other stakeholders who are unable to attend physically participate in the proceedings. The link for the live streaming will be available on the company's website, www.redstarplc, at least 24 hours before the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next item is Chairman's statement. And thank you for permitting me to still speak while sitting. I will now read my statement on the company's activities and progress, or with your kind permission, I request that this be taken as read. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's go to the ordinary business. Item 1. The first item on the agenda is to receive the financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2021 and the reports of the directors, external auditors, and audit committee thereon. I will now call on a representative of the external auditors, Ernst & Young, to read the report of the auditors, which is contained on pages 32 to 36 of the annual report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, distinguished shareholders, the board members present, and the representatives of the regulators. The auditor's opinion starts from page 32 of the financial statement to page 36. With your permission, I will read the audit opinion and basis for the audit opinion on page 32, then proceed to page 36 and read the report on audit legal and regulatory requirements. Do I have your permission? Thank you. Independent auditors report to the members of Star Express Plc. Report on the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements. Our opinion. We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statements of Star Express Plc, the company, and its subsidiaries, collectively the group, which comprise the consolidated and separate statement of financial position as at 31st March 2021, and the consolidated and separate statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the consolidated and separate statement of changes in equity, and the consolidated and separate statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and notes to the consolidated and separate financial statements, including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the company consolidated and separate financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Star Express Plc and its subsidiaries as of 31st March 2021, and their financial performance and cash flow for the year then ended, in accordance with international financial reporting standards, the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, and in accordance with Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act No. 6, 2011. Basis for our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in Auditor's responsibility for the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the group and the company in accordance with International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independent Standards, IESBA Code, together with ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements in Nigeria. And we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements and the IESBA Code. We believe the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Page 36. Report on all the legal and regulatory requirements. In accordance with the requirement of 5th Schedule of the Common and Allied Matter Act 2020, we confirm that 1. We have obtained all information and explanation which to the best of our knowledge and belief were necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2. In our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the group and the company in so far as appears from our examination of those books. 3. The group and the company consolidated and separate financial position and consolidated and separate profits or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with books of account. In our opinion, the consolidated and separate financial statements have been prepared in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2020 so far as to give a true and fair view of the state of affairs and financial performance of the company and its subsidiaries. Signed by Omolola Alebenshu, dated 30th of June 2021. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam. I now invite you to ask questions or make comments. Okay. Oh, okay, sorry. Mr. Ogundeji, I now call on the chairman of the audit committee, Mr. Moses Ayodele Ogundeji, to read the report of the audit committee, which is contained on page 31 of the annual report. Mr. Ogundeji, thank you.
The board of directors, the regulatory authorities, and the distinguished shareholders present, good morning. And our report is on page 31, as earlier mentioned. So the report goes thus. Report of the audit committee to the shareholders of Star Express Plc. In accordance with the provisions of Section 404, subsection 4 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, we have reviewed the group's consolidated and separate financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2021 and report as follows. A. The accounting and reporting policies of the group are consistent with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. B. The scope and planning of the external audit was adequate. C. The group maintained effective systems of accounting and internal controls during the year. D. Management has adequately responded to matters covered in the management report issued by the external auditors. Signed by me, Moses Ayodele Ogundeji, and the rest members of the audit committee are Mr. Kolawole Ganiyu Anu, Chief Cyril Ugwamadu, Mr. Suleiman Koguma, Mr. Sulu Umar Bishi, and Mrs. Shona Sideso. The meetings were covered by never tired company secretary, Mrs. Francis M. Apeluka. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogundeji, to you and to members of your committee. I now invite shareholders to ask questions or make comments on any part of the accounts. Microphones have been provided to enable you to ask questions. Kindly signify by raising your hands and you will be recognized. Your questions should be on the financials. It should be brief and straight to the point. Please indicate the page of the financials your questions or comments refer to. Thank you very much. Yes, sir, I'll start with you.
Chairman, board members here present, my colleagues, and regulatory authorities here represented. My name is Prince Dr. Anthony Omoni Omojola, the National Coordinator, Independent Shareholder Association of Nigeria. Well, I'm sure the chairman don't limit us to review the accounts, do receive financials. We are here for 3 hours of the day out of the 366, so please allow us to make full comments. Thank you. I'll be speaking from 3 levels. There are some observations. I'll be making comments and I'll be giving some advices. As for the observations, on page 4, there are 2 issues there. You see the address of our registrar there. There's absence of telephone, website, and other contacts, which are very, very necessary. So please, we shouldn't have that omission, because that is where the shareholder can contact the registrars and lay claim to their entitlements. On that page, well, it's an observation, but I found that I don't know who's representing the minority shareholders there among the directors. Maybe I need to be guided. Going to page 7, I found that the 2 new directors, Peter Sole Aleto and Shukemeka Mudu, are well-known personalities. Now say they are tested and seasoned professionals, so welcoming them on board. On page 10, notes of the notice of agent, the secretary has read. Dividend claim, advised to contact the registrar for resolution. This is very good, but my comment here is that we should have a readable list printed and distributed to shareholders. Readable, because some of them they will print, it's waste of resources because they will not be readable. So let the readable list be printed of all outstanding dividends and be sent to shareholders. Because now physical contact sometimes is not allowed. So whoever wants to lay claim on their entitlement should be able to know that they are entitled to it and be able to whether email or whatever they want to contact. So please, let's provide that list for convenience. I don't want to overburden us with what the federal government is doing with our dividend. We all know about it. And fine. On notes 9 and 10, still on that notes to the notice, it was read out that shareholder that have question and answers or this and that could contact the company 72 hours before the AGM. And of course, those who want to have the annual reports and account through electronic means you indicate. I would say these are always belatedly given because we are just reading it now. So for them to be relevant, for those statements to be relevant, they should be sent to all shareholders via email ahead of AGMs so that they can make contacts. Thank you, that's for the observation. As extension of the observation, I will not have make effort to go through this my detailed comments. If I have sent it 72 hours ahead of time, I will expect the management to have reviewed it so that I just make 1 or 2 comments. But I think I sent it about 48 hours. So I'll be forced to go through some of them. I don't know whether you got it. I sent it to 2 of them. Okay? Fine. Well, I'll make comments. I'll make some comments. So firstly, let me congratulate the board and management on this 28th annual general meeting of our company. And of course, with mixed feelings because operationally the group has not performed very well as expected. Not due 100% to their fault, but because of the pandemic. And of course, we appreciate the efforts, the support they've given to the environment by rendering a lot of corporate social responsibilities, by giving to the needy, to those people who are closer to the United Way Greater Nigeria. We appreciate it very well. And we also appreciate donation of some about 1,000 pieces of face masks as palliative to issue the solo LGA, which runs into thousands of naira. I think 400,000 was highlighted in one of the report on page 24. Thank you for that. Reviewing the performance, we realize that there's a decrease of 10.34% or 1.09 billion from our revenue from 9.46 from the previous year's 10.56. Of course, this shows a weak performance compared to the previous years. But notwithstanding this, we know that for Korea, the Korea service reduced by 15.51%, as again last year's growth of 7. Or the previous year's growth of 7.52. Due to management services dips by 9.17 or 96.35 million as again last year's decline. I think the other one was the support service, which also decreased by 53.81% or 154 million, increase in the previous one. While we appreciate the health challenge of the year 2020 and lockdown that commenced from the first month of the year, what is management doing to revamp the decline in revenue from courier services, the support services, logistics, warehousing, and how have we fared so far in the current year? Now we are in the second quarter of the current year. What is the management doing to ensure that revenue from freight is further enhanced in subsequently as we observe a slight increase from this segment despite the pandemic? You know, when we have increment, we have to focus on that one so that we can have more earnings. When you look at pages 1437 and link with 64 to 68, we also look at their profit before tax. This decreased significantly by 70.56% or 529.29 million from 750.08 million in 2020 to 220.7 million in 2021 as a result of some of the highlighted things, which gross profit declined by 12.94%, and of course operational profits decreased by 68.59%. I'm trying to summarize and not read everything. So while we appreciate and understand the significant decrease in revenue of the year under review, we encourage management to further manage the cost of funds effectively and sustainable income for better profitability. We appreciate the fact that the management was able to review the administrative expenses, the managers, and this decreased slightly by 1.48% or 29.81 million. While we commend the decrease in the total administrative expenses we have observed significant increase in the following expenses. Legal and professional charges increased by 50.3% or 24.58 million. Of course, litigation also increased by 5.73 million. Please we require explanation on the above increases for better understanding. And when you look at subscription and donation of 61.23 million against 65.22 million the previous year, there's need for a footnote for better analysis. Please take note in subsequent year annual report. On pages 13, 37, and 69, our earnings per share decreased significantly by 77% or 54 kobo, from 17 kobo from the previous year to 16 kobo, as a result of significant decrease in profit after tax. That one decreased by 68%. We are still happy to receive proposed dividend of 5 kobo from earning. Please keep the flag flying. Of course, we also appreciate the fact that continued wealth creation for shareholders is what the management have been doing for us despite the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, the proposed dividend of 139 million or 15 kobo per share, noting 5 kobo cash payment and 10 kobo bonus in proportion of 1 new share for 133 previously held as growth business, as against 35 kobo. This is laudable wealth distribution in the light of the present realities. We say thank you, and of course it's very commendable. I've mentioned the issue of COVID social responsibility. I don't want to repeat that one. One area I personally, apart from my group, something is the group chief executive review. I personally appreciate this. Sir, I want you to keep it up. Precisely, you tell us what we should expect. Of course, in terms of regulation and of course compliance. Thank you for allowing the company to comply with the rules as they come. Although it's not all of them that are palatable or comfortable, but at least managing the company and trying to comply is very good for us. We appreciate the board attendance. We appreciate the audit committee attendance. And like I said, the new members of the board are coming welcome, while we say kudos to the ones that are retiring, with them successes in their future endeavors. I've mentioned the issue of unclaimed dividend, but my emphasis here is that we have noted the concern the unclaimed dividend have been increasing. This position means that shareholders are being owed 151.19 million as against prior figure of 130.8. That figure has increased. Instead of coming down, registrars, what are you doing? Is there no interest accruable from it investing the amount for the benefit of shareholder? I'm talking of those ones we have recalled from the registrars. Please, we encourage management to ensure that shareholders are reached to claim their dividend like I earlier emphasized, and any income that was earned on the invested portion should be given to them. Conclusively, we want to appreciate the board and management for a successful annual general meeting, which is ongoing and which accompany better profitability going ahead. God bless us all. Amen.
Thank you. He raised his hand first. I'll come to you, sir. Please be very the report.
You off it. I'd like to say good morning all, board of directors, shareholders, regulatory bodies, all present, and also my audit committees. I would like to welcome you all. Yes, not to waste your time, first of all, I'd like to commend the company. Actually, the previous speaker, he said most of things, but like I said, yes, sorry, my name is Jibuno Godfrey Uche. I am the National Coordinator, Youth Alliance Shareholders Association, also the National Youth Leader Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Now, now, like I said, they say you give kudos to who honor is due. Actually, the market is very, very aggressive. And a lot of courier companies are outside, both registered and unregistered. And for Red Star to be able to give us this dividend, I give them kudos. I give them kudos. In all the sectors, they are the ones that are actually declaring dividend, and it has been consistent. I give them kudos for that also. Also again, yes, I also give Red Star also kudos also in maintaining regulatory standards. I thank God that other companies which are not mentioned of agents have attended, when you check the annual report, you see a lot of fines on them. But Red Star has also, tried very well also. Also again, also I would like to talk about, CSR. Yes, they did well, yes, but I have a little, how would I say, I expect them to throw some weight, not only on the community or the schools, also they should shift their, weight on also orphanages. Orphanages, less privileged people. I believe that their little prayer will help us, move forward also. And also again, I would like to commend the company for attending board meetings. Yes, it's when you have board meetings that you see yourselves and you deliberate on the way forward and how to move the company forward. I thank the company for being able to, attend board meetings, and also the audit committee also that are representing shareholders. It is when they attend meetings that they're able to, give management or give the board on our own side also. So, like I said, they've actually done well. But I believe there's still room for improvement. I won't say because you have done well that no. There's still room for improvement. I pray, and I keep praying, and I keep supporting that the company will do better. And by the grace of God, I believe that I will say the sky is the beginning, and things will work fine. So thank you, shareholders.
Thank you. Yes.
I prefer to stand here, but since the big men who spoke before.
You want us to be the one facing
the chairman, other members of the board, very distinguished fellow shareholders. My name is Nana Ao. Mr. Chairman, the first speaker talked about welcoming the two new directors. But before I welcome them, I would think that they have sinned against printers. And if they have sinned against printers, they should go for confession and make sure that their sins are forgiven before they begin to take full activity in the company's position. Because the account that was sent to me, page 7 was blank. And when I then realized what was on page 7, it happens to be the 2 new directors. We say have sinned against printers. So Peter, join Undu to go for confession with the printers. But talking seriously to the account, I first was be asking that on page 2, we move the line that has founders to the top of the page. And the reason for that is simple. If they didn't start this company, we can, I'm sure we can get a consultant who will help us find that out. But I think it's also important that we indicate the day. Independent director. Looking at page 4, page 17, page 26, page 113, I guess. We are silent on the new act that says we should have 3 independent directors. What we have, just 1. So I'm interested as to what we're doing as regards the independent director. And knowing the 2 new directors that are coming on the board, I'm not sure they will qualify for independent director because I know they are bloody capitalists. I know that. Okay. Mr. Chairman, I also think that there's an issue that is being left unaddressed in both your statement and the CEO's address. Because if you look at page 8 and then you look at page 17 and page 78, nowhere is the last right issue indicated to have been captured. Because even in the holding structure, that's the range analysis, you also find that 2020 and 2021 remains the same. So the question is, the new bonus that you will be offering, will the existing shareholders who took the right, will they qualify? Because it's important that this is addressed, having collected the money how many months ago, I think that's, so will they qualify for the bonus? Will they qualify for the 5 kobo dividend? Though I see a lot of mix-up in saying you are paying 15 kobo. I'm not sure you are paying 15 kobo. What you are paying is 5 kobo and 1 for 33 in terms of bonus. So don't let us mix it up, because some persons will read this and say, oh, I'm expecting a dividend of 15 kobo, the way it's been presented. But Mr. Chairman, even if we are paying 5 kobo, which is far lower than what we paid last year, why are we waiting for 7 days before you are giving us the money? I know the people like you who have worked in dollar earning sector don't need naira deriving instruments, but give us our own and you can wait for your own later. Going forward, the maximum you should do is to pay us the money the following day. Fortunately, you have a registrar that even pays a number of the companies that he handles the same day. So please, going forward, don't pay us 7 days. If I even have my relatives who pay us this money on Monday, don't keep us 7 days. Let me tell you an interesting story, Mr. Chairman. Yesterday, black market, I know CBN don't like hearing this, exchange rate was 5 naira 65 kobo to $1. A day earlier, 5 naira 65, 565 naira. So sorry, you see how much our currency has lost money. That's why we don't. Yeah, but if you look at a day before it was 5. So in one day, 50 something kobo win. So if you give me my money today, I spend it today, I probably will be better with inflation than you keeping it for 7 days. So, okay. No, I'm not sure it will come down because some of us also follow that market. But my biggest area that I will be hoping that the CEO will talk to has to do with the subsidiary. On several pages, page 14, page 37, page 65, 64, 109, 110, we made a loss of almost 320. What is it that went wrong? Because it's important that some of us understand, so I will also be able to follow. Yes, I did note on page 1 that 3 sectors dropped in revenue, and I can understand knowing the nature of the business that they do, but only 2 sectors had a drop in terms of profit. But the one that I'm not too certain about should be logistics, that made a loss of 27.5 million, coming in from almost 200 and something million. So what again went wrong for that magnitude? Because what that technically means is that against what they did last year, they recorded a drop of over 300 million in terms of profit. So what went wrong? Don't forget that some of us are lay people, and the more we're educated, the better for us. I want to appreciate the fact that in the new year, again probably because of the money that we brought in, there was an improvement in fixed assets of over 690 million. That I find very interesting in the era in which we are in, because I don't know what the major assets are, but from what I'm seeing there, if we were to do those things today, if you waited today, I'm sure the money that we had then will be doing less than a fraction of what we had done. So I want to comment. But I'm not sure I'll be commending you looking at what I find on page 77-8. Receivables. Having looked at the policy and then coming to what the actual is. Credit loss of 189 million, and already 167 million is lost. And that itself is higher than the dividend that you are paying us, including the bonus. So what again is it that we're doing to make sure that this does not remain a challenge? Because we can't be doing business and our pockets will be leaking. Okay, so I need to also understand it. First, I will appeal that going forward, Company Secretary, the fees of 8 million should be indicated on the proxy page, because very many times, not too many people download the full account before the meeting. What most people do is to look at the proxy page, because that is the page that they need to submit. Even from what the registrars presented today, I'm not sure the number, but I hear 178 persons did fill and send proxies. So it's important that that amount is indicated, so people who want to vote will understand what they are voting for. Not just put it on page 8, it should also reflect on page 89, like I said. But if you look at the 2 figures, this is what we paid last year, 8 million this year, 5.4 million last year. First, I want to confirm there is an increase in what you're asking us to pay director's fee, in addition to the increase in the number I want to think, but I'm not too certain. But I think that it's important that some light is also thrown around that. For the future, Mr. Chairman, I will also be hoping that you speak around the expansion into West Africa. I know we went into one of the countries, but I don't think anything is mentioned in this account as to what is happening in that location. So please tell us. I'm also interested in how far we've gone with the vehicle center. Are we beginning to have lodgement there, which also means that some monies may also will come. I'm also interested in subsidiaries. It is not clear from their presentation that they have a board. So if they do have a board, who are the directors that sit on those boards, so that the structure of our payments and the representation will also be better understood. And if some of the directors who sit on the main board also sit on the subsidiary, it's also important that we indicate them going forward. One major area of interest to me as well has to do with the foundation, as indicated on page 118 and 119. First, I must thank the fact that we take interest in our future, which is the young people. That report says we have had to support 220, but I don't like the word about, as if some of the students are not countable. but I want to be specific, ignoring your abouts, and say it's 220 students in the last 15 years. But because it's also a foundation, I'm sure there's also a board. Who sits on this board? It will be interesting for you to note that in the foundation's report, and also indicate the income that has come to you in the year, because it's also a foundation. The law permits us to source for funds from other sources. So how much did we generate in 1 year as a foundation, and how much did we spend? And I'm not sure this will take more than 3 lines, but it's important that we begin to inculcate that attribute of reporting a foundation and reporting it properly. I'm not sure that the calculator didn't malfunction, because if you also use solar calculators and you come to use it when there is power outage, there will probably also be challenge. If you look at page 90 and page 114, what you will find is that the staff strength in 2021 is 1,937. But if you then look at the page 114 rather, if you look at page 114, you see that in the same year 2021, that the total staff strength is 2,011. So certainly one of them will not be correct. So I want you to tell me which is correct. So again, the other major, what I consider as major in terms of presentation, is what you also have on page 22 and 23. It says, two shareholders with over 100 million hold 34.83%. And if you then look at the second one, it says two shareholders with the same volume of holding holds 31.46%. But if you then go to the range analysis and look at the addition, what you are going to find, the two shareholders control 35.83%. So I don't know whether it was an objective question. 3 answers for us to pick from, but I think that since you are the one doing the exam, you should tell us which is the correct answer. On the final note, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank the staff and management for their efforts, because I know that the business that we are in is one that demands contact even in COVID time. So I want to thank them. For those of them who are here, they should also deliver a message to the lower rank. But having seen that on page 19, that 3 of the executive directors went on maternity leave in the year under review, I want to ask, what did they deliver? Because if you look at the attendance, they are the only ones that didn't attend full, and I was told that they were on maternity leave. So you are welcome back from maternity leave. But it will be important that you tell us what sex of the babies are. Mr. Chairman, I'm going to close on the note of an assignment to you. If you remember last year, our money man didn't attend this meeting. He was in Kano, and it was his birthday, and he promised then that he will celebrate the birthday after that last AGM. But since he's here now, I think you should thank him. But he should tell us whether it's going to be lunch or we need to wait for dinner. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's take the last one. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Peter Eyanuku. I will repeat what my leader has said and my colleagues too. I just have a 2-point to chip in. Having said that, going to the page 37, that's note CI. I'd like to know the more explanation on this credits, loss, expenses on financial assets. Going to page 89, maybe it's a type error. Page 89. That is director sitting allowance. I'm seeing 11 million. Last year is 2.something million. I don't know whether it's a devil painting. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for the questions. It's always exciting to get the questions, and the comments at this annual general meeting. Let me thank you for the comments and recommendations. We note them, and we will deliberate on them and incorporate them. Now, for the questions requiring answers, I will talk broadly, and then I will expect the MD to provide further details where further details are required. The first, I think the first is talking about the comment on revenue, issues. One of the speakers has also, commended the company. The first one was a bit, critical on the revenue numbers and the profits declared. Let me just say that we're in service business, and we all know what happened, sir. The country was shut down for a good part of the year. But if you look at the revenues, in spite of that, the revenues have not come down substantially to reflect the extent of the shutdown, that we had, which means that, and I said this with all modesty, that we've tried to ranch up the revenues when business resumed. However, when you look at the costs, both the administrative and the operational costs, a good part of them are fixed, costs. And so in spite of the fact that most of them are fixed costs, we also have had significant, I say this with all modesty, reduction in particularly the admin costs. And that's why we're able to actually post profits. When there was shutdown, we never even knew that we would make profit. Honestly, most of the rallying took place when business reopened. So, but everybody knows what happened in the country. I guess the challenge for us, for the company, for us at the company who are handling the operations, is looking at present and looking into the future. And I can tell you that we have our own numbers, and I think the managing director will confirm that we are literally getting back on track from where we were pre-pandemic. The other area that I wanted to comment before I pass the mic, the comment on founders and where they should be placed, I think is well noted. The request to pay dividend immediately, I think, is also well noted. Francis, I'm sure you noted that. I think it's more for the it's for the registrars. I think we should pay as quickly as possible. The 23rd for me, I think, is the latest. No, is it? The furthest date that it can and should be paid, earlier than the 23rd. Francis. The issue of listing date, I think we should be able to, to put the listing date. The comment on receivables, I'm sure the MD will handle that. Your request for subsidiaries to be, information on the subsidiaries to be captured, I think in the account is well noted. I think we will take that into consideration. And then, finally, the comment on the maternity leave and the sex of the, I think is well noted. But for me, it shows that we are very, very gender sensitive. We have that level of executives in the company. I think is something that you should commend us. But having said that, I want to confirm that it hasn't affected us. The absence has not affected, the business. Thank you very much. So, Andy? Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Chairman, distinguished shareholders, regulatory authorities, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for showing up physically in this meeting today. And I want to thank our speakers who have raised questions here and there. First is to thank the Independent Shareholder Association led by Prince Dr. Antonio Mojola. I want to commend you, sir, for the very comprehensive review of our work that you have sent to us in advance. We always appreciate this. It helps us to get better and to look at areas that we may be omitting inadvertently. So I want to thank you very much, sir, for doing this for us year in, year out. A lot of the issues we raised, I've also noted them clearly. If there's a need to respond to you formally in writing, we will do that. But if there are things I can speak to here, I will try and do that even now. Telephone, email addresses, we've noted that we'll try and do some work on that with our registrar so that we can include that in subsequent publications. Minority shareholders, that's a question that our erudite Mr. Nanaru has also raised. I will talk through that as I go along in this discourse. Dividend, want a readable list. We have a list already. It's just to make sure that we can send that list by email to all of the shareholders, and anyone who finds his name there can come forward through the registrars to claim their money. Okay. Let's go to some of the very big issues you raised. First of them, while we appreciate the management during the health challenges of 2020 and lockdown that commenced from 1st of March, what is the management doing to revamp the decline in revenue from courier services, support services, logistics, and warehousing? And how have we fared so far in the current financial year? I think I will start from the latter. We're already doing well in the current financial year. I mean, if you check our quarterly reports that are published, it's a clear testament to the fact that things are improving in the country. As a matter of fact, if you look at the GDP figure also posted by the government recently, transport sector seems to have done quite a bit better than we did in the preceding year. Of course, arguments will come to and fro. What is the volume of what we had during COVID and what do we have now? And if you translate that into dollar versus the naira, like what you also spoke about, though you may see a lot of volume moving now, but in terms of the quality of that, if you relate it to dollar, the economy has actually not done too well. So what we are doing here is a combination of many things. One, hope that the economy will improve. If it improves, it will impact across the various sectors of the economy, because there is no part of this economy that we don't serve. We serve everybody. As a matter of fact, Resta is, I would say, without any controversy, supplying services to most segments of the economy, and we have services and products that cut across the various dimensions of the economy. You talk about the banking sector, probably we are the biggest serving part of the industry. You talk about the e-commerce space, you talk about agro. Even agro that does not appear to be very profitable right now, we are there just to ensure that we register a solid presence, and as things get better, their profit can also flow therefrom. So in terms of what are we doing? One, we are hopeful that the economy will improve. Number two, we are engaging with the customers who are coming back now to do business. First 2 quarters of last year, if you remember, we declared losses. We have never seen that in 20-something years of Resta. But for the first 2 quarters of 2020 to 21, we reported clear losses. So for us to have cleared out the losses in 2 quarters and we still made a profit, it shows you that we actually made that profit in those 2 other quarters that remain for us to bounce back and report a profit. So that's what happened. It was a tough year. I mean, when I talk to my team internally, I say 2020 was like a wartime kind of scenario. It was a wartime zone. So if you relate that to what happened in Resta Logistics, for example, and we say they didn't make a profit, what happened was that Resta Logistics was we are trailers and trucks that will connect everywhere in Nigeria. Because for the first 2 quarters of 2020, the airlines were not working. For the first time in our history, planes were not flying from one place to another. All of the planes had to be packed. So what we had as a response, which most companies did not have, was that Resta Logistics was there to move cargo from Lagos to the farthest corners of Nigeria, with all the hiccups that you have on the road. So average turnaround for a truck, Lagos to Abuja, maybe 4 or 5 days. During COVID, sometimes it was 20 days, because every state of the federation had some blockage somewhere that these guys have to wait before we could get there. So that was a response that supported Star Express and supported e-commerce and supported the rest of the business. Rather than focusing on their own business to make money, they were rescuing the other parts of the business to ensure that we can transport things from Lagos to the rest of Nigeria. Things that would have been carried by our airlines, for example, were put on our trucks to be carried. So they couldn't make revenue on their own and they couldn't report profit. However, they helped the business to survive, which is a major advantage for Red Star. That's why we may not be comparable to other companies, because they don't have some of the infrastructure that we have built over the years. And that remains an advantage, and I'm sure as we flog that further, we should have a greater impact in the new financial year. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that's on what we did. You said something about freight. What is management doing to ensure that revenue from freight is further enhanced? Freight holds a lot of promises for Red Star. That's a major growth area for us now. Without divulging too much information about the customer that we are serving, Red Star is the #1 on GSA Nigeria as of today. GSA is General Services Agency for the airlines. Go to the airport, fellow shareholders have called to say, what's happening? What are you doing with the airlines? You are the ones now tagging the bag in the airport. We have almost taken over the entire airlines to ensure that any revenue that can come from any space within the supply chain sector in Nigeria, we are playing there. I don't want to mention the name of the airline, but as you go to the airport, you will see that Red Star is now very prominent, and that is a product under Red Star Freight. We have just signed one on in the last September 1. So as you get to the airport, all the flights flying from Lagos to the rest of the country, across the country, you will find Red Star Freight also working there. So there is a lot of revenue we are expecting from them. We are tasking the MD in charge to go and ensure that he gives us big revenue and profit as well. So for Red Star Freight, please expect more in terms of revenue and profit. On profit before tax, you have spoken about that. And from my small explanation, I guess you will agree with me that profit for the current financial year will be a lot better. While we appreciate and understand the significant decrease in revenue, we encourage management to further manage the cost of funds effectively and sustainable income for better profitability. That advice is taken. Admin expenses, legal and professional charges. You are asking, why are these charges going up? You know, we live in a very popular country. Can you imagine that during COVID, first 2 quarters that planes were not flying, we had one of the most challenging times. If you are going to send a shipment from here to London, flights from London were not coming to Nigeria because there was a shutdown in the airspace. So the best way to go to London would be to go through Egypt, for example, and then from Egypt to go to London, which is, can you imagine? And it could take 4 or 5 days to get a shipment there. So if you look at customers who ordinarily should understand that we were dealing with problems, they were slamming us with court cases. So we have to pay lawyers to also engage them, to calm them down. We will negotiate with some, we will refund some people their money, and that's what was responsible for some of the litigation costs that you have seen here. Everybody wants to take advantage of you, knowing fully well that this is beyond what you can control. I don't know, I don't want to call it a Nigerian thing, but that's part of what we dealt with during the COVID year. Okay? Subscriptions and donations of this amount of money, yes, we subscribe to organizations, chambers of commerce, which is part of what we must do to be able to leverage relationships. If you are a Red Star and you don't belong to some of these businesses and associations, how do you network with people who can give you business? If you want to have access to the big players in Nigeria, you must belong to some organization and you must pay your subscription to be a responsible member of those associations. And that's why you may see a little bit of slight increase in some of the subscriptions that we did for the just concluded year. COVID or no COVID, we still have to pay our subscriptions to those organizations. You said something about earnings per share, and thank you for the commendation about the 5 kobo. Just to clarify, sir, we are paying 5 kobo. I mean, just to re-emphasize that 5 kobo cash comes to the shareholders, and for every 33 shares you hold, 1 is also allotted. Many of the shareholders have called to say thank you. At least you have shown some seriousness, and you are trying to bring more shares to the table. But in terms of the shares that were issued last year, I think my answer will be yes. Those shares qualify now, having been enlisted more than 12 months ago. They should also qualify for whatever we're giving to everyone at this time. Okay, corporate social responsibility. We appreciate the support, value of expenses, and number of students sponsored. Yes, sir, we will do that in subsequent publication. Please extend scholarship to remote areas. We are doing that, sir. We are going to some remote parts of Nigeria to help them to refurbish their schools and give some scholarship as well across various segments of the country. Group Managing Directors Review, thank you, sir. I will thank the board for very strong leadership. I mean, Anything you see the MD doing is not doing it from his own power. He's doing it after deriving powers from the board, who has given very broad guideline as to what we want to do or what we need to do. But much more than that is to thank the staff who have been very much there. COVID year was a peculiar year where these guys have to be on the street and do delivery, despite people not wanting to see their faces. But we managed to do some of this. So I want to seize the opportunity to thank all the staff for the good job that they've done, especially in the COVID year. Okay, board changes, the chairman has spoken about that. Statutory audit meetings, quite commendable. On claim dividend, we've spoken about that. And I go to Mr. Jibuno, who said a few things about the competitive market. Thank you, sir, for being understanding. The market has changed radically. So if you look at the market as we played it 5 years ago, it's a different market now. The Courier and Logistics Regulatory Department of NIPOST has, made new regulations in the last 12 months, allowing people who can play on a 2 to 3, 4 motorcycle range to participate in our industry. This is one of the most, let me say, robust. There is ease of entry, there is ease of exit as well. Barrier entries are very low. So if you have money to buy 2 motorcycles now, you can be a courier company. In fact, the licensing has been structured in 4 different areas. One is an SME kind of license. With 250,000 naira, you can get that license. There is a regional license, there's a national license, and there's an international license. So it depends on how much money you can raise. That's one segment. The fintech boys are also there, who set up apps and say, if you come on this app and you order for something to be picked up, they are asking people like us to go and also pick up and deliver on their behalf. They are also buying motorcycles, so they have become courier companies. So the traditional people we used to have are no longer there. Freight forwarders are also at the airport. Even companies who are supposed to outsource their businesses to us, insurance companies and some companies that we saw when we went to NIPOST, are also buying motorcycle and getting the license. So what they would have given us ordinary to deliver for them, they're also doing it themselves. So the market has become very fragmented. And that's why innovation has to be the order of the day for us. What new thing are we not doing before, or are we not doing before that we must do now? Or who can we muzzle out of the market? Sometimes that's part of the strategy. If somebody says you won't have peace, then you have to find a way to carry him and swallow him if you have that power. Those are the type of things that are happening in the market now. So the market has changed radically. And you will expect more money flowing in. As more people find inroad into it, they bring more money to fight with people like Red Star. Red Star remains the company to beat in the industry. So we cannot rest on our oars. We must continue to strive and grow revenue and profit, especially for our shareholders. And the good thing, in a way, is that our reports are in the open. Every quarter I must publish a report. So everybody goes to the office to analyze what is Red Star doing, and we must find a way to attack all of those things and find how to make more revenue or take some of our customers away. But with your help and God's help, I'm sure we'll continue to grow the company and return more profit to everyone. Mr. Menawa raised quite a lot of fundamental issues. We will look at them one after the other. Founders page, yes, we will do something about that. Independent directors, Mr. Chairman will speak about that. I know we are going to have 2 more directors in due course. New shareholders, will they qualify? I've answered that. Why the delay in payment? Yes, the chairman has said something about that. Subsidiaries made losses. I've tried to explain that from what happened last year. It was a peculiar year, which is not. RSL is our backbone. They help us to solve a lot of the problems that airlines cannot solve for us. Loss of credit control or credit collection. COVID year again had its own impact on the small businesses. People that were our friends before, that were paying us very well before, suddenly they can't pay us anymore. We took some of them to court, those who are very stubborn. Some of them, we have to allow them to come back. But because of the provisions of the law, to write off some of these debts, we may have to write them off. In the future, if they come back and they're able to do well, some of them will also come back as profit, having written them off before. So that's what you are going to get in the near future. Not all the customers are bad, but they are dealing with issues at the moment. West Africa, I think West Africa has its own challenges as well. Niger is a very tough business area. Weather is tough, economy there is also very hard. They are very dependent on Nigeria for many, many things. But Burkina Faso is doing well right now, and Benin Republic is also doing well. We are hoping to reorganize our activities in Niger. We are buying more assets for them to help them revamp whatever it is we need to do. We are looking at acquisition there as well. We are also trying to look at how to raise money for Niger in Niger, rather than sending money from Nigeria to help Niger. In the near future, that will be part of what we'll be seeking approval for, so that Niger can operate alone, seek money from the banking sector there, run their operations. If they succeed there, that's okay. If they don't succeed and they're underperforming, we recommend to the board to do something that needs to be done about them. But Burkina is doing well right now, and Benin Republic. Vehicle Center, we had a bit of delay on the Vehicle Center on the Ibadan Road. There are 2 projects ongoing, one at the International Airport in Lagos, our warehouse. That has gone to about 50% in terms of construction right now. Vehicle Center, most part of last year, civil servants did not go to work. They worked from home. Most part of the year 2020. Because of COVID, they said all the junior staff of most parastatals of government and even the government offices, they were not coming to work. You can't see them to get any approval done. We are just receiving approval from Ogun State now to commence construction. So we are hopeful that in 6 months' time, before we meet here next year, we will give a better report in terms of what we have done. The other parcel of land that we bought, which we also reported last year, is already in use as of today. If you drive out of Lagos and you are returning, you will see a big parking yard on the right, and you will see our trailers who come into Lagos, who also exit from there for repair work, and also help us to store shipments overnight before they get on the highway in the morning. That is functioning well. The first part of it, you know, we have one outbound, one inbound. Inbound is working now. Outbound commencement of work will be in about a week or so from now. Subsidiary board members, Chairman will speak a bit about that, but just to say that the larger board runs the show of the smaller boards. All of the reports that are meant from the smaller boards are reported to the larger board. Thereby, we can reduce cost. If we let those boards sit on their own, there's a lot of cost implication, as you know, but we are managing them from the top together. Reports are sent centrally to the top, and the MD and other directors who run those organizations may come to the board to explain themselves, and then decisions are taken at the board together to minimize time and also to save a lot of costs for us. Red Star Foundation, that also has a board which is principally among the management staff. I don't sit there, but the reports come to me and I report to the board on it. That way there is a lot of grassroots grinding of issues before they are brought to the top. They make recommendations to us, we look at it, we mention it to the board, board says go ahead and do it, and that's how we manage the foundation. But in subsequent reports, will tell us how much money we have there and how the monies are spent. Staff strength, I saw the 2 pages you referred to, 1937 and 1876 for 2020. I didn't see that they were different. I just saw that 2020 was 1876, which means that we had a few more staff who joined us over the period of time. Of course, in our e-commerce business, we have more staff coming. In our retail businesses also, we have more staff that are also joining us. But I didn't see a difference between the two, between page 90 and 114. So I'll see you after, just to be sure of what exactly you wanted us to look at. Absence from board meetings. Sometimes non-executives can have meetings that may not involve the executives. I guess that explains what happened in that particular one. Mr. Peter Enanuku, thank you, sir, for the points that you raised about director sitting allowance. You gave us approval last year, and that approval is what we executed in terms of paying director's allowance. And I want to thank everyone for listening. I just want to assure you that the company is on a solid footing. I have no doubt in my mind that Red Star is on a very solid footing, because the products that we're even evolving now, they are not the regular things. We had approval to do a business process reengineering. That's ongoing with one of the best consulting companies in Nigeria as of today. And once that is done, that flows into some kind of revolution in terms of IT deployment, in terms of asset utilization, and a paperless environment where we can work and service the customer more efficiently. So I'm hopeful that next year we'll report better figures than what we've done for the current year. Thank you for coming, and have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, MD. Even though you passed back some of the some of the questions you know to me, I think 2 of them. One is the issue of independent directors. I think there is conflict in the regulatory framework between what CAMA and I think what Financial Reporting Council, have provided in terms of the definition of what is an independent director. But because we want to comply with both provisions, I think in the context of CAMA, Peter is qualified to be, I believe, an independent director. One says, well, not Peter, certainly. Some of the directors can hold up to 5% of the total shareholding. You qualify to be an independent director. I think for Financial Reporting Council, I think it's much lower. But we will comply. We're in the process of admitting, 2 independent director so that we fully comply with the provisions of the law in totality. The other issue, again, has to do with the, which other one did you bounce back to me so that I can, okay, I think it's the board membership in the subsidiaries. I think the MD has spoken to it. What we did was what you alluded to, which is to say that some of the directors on the board of the main company also sit on the board of the subsidiaries, so that we manage the cost and we're efficient, I mean, in terms of managing, those subsidiaries. I hope that we have, between ourselves, we have answered your questions, and thank you very much, very, very, very much. Now, to move forward, you all have received electronic devices with which to vote. The registrars will explain the voting process and the procedure for voting. I now invite the registrars to come and explain the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting process is about to start. Please may I have your attention as I explain the procedure. Please be informed that we have captured the voting details for 178 shareholders received by proxy and holding 425,528,402 units of Star Express Plc shares, which represents 45.94% of the issued capital. In addition to the proxies received, we will be capturing the votes of shareholders physically present at the meeting to arrive at the final voting results. When you came in the morning, you were assigned a voting device that we have configured to represent your shareholding in Star Express Plc. Kindly take a look at your device. The button 1 or A. So some devices have numbers, others have alphabets. So either 1 or A is for yes, then 2 or B is for no, then 3 or C is for an abstain vote. Once the voting... Can you repeat that again? So we have two types of voting device. We have one in numbers and one in alphabets. So number 1 or A, as the case may be, stands for yes. Then 2 or B stands for no. Then 3 or C is for abstain votes. Can I go on, sir? Yes. Okay, so once the voting has commenced, please press the reference button in accordance with your decision or choice, and know that each shareholder can change their vote during the voting period. But once the voting period has ended, the last button you press will be recorded as your vote. So you have the opportunity to play with it. It's for 20 seconds, but the last button you press is what will be recorded as your vote. And the results will be displayed here on the screen. The voting period shall last for 20 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Madam. I now propose that the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2021 and the report of the Directors and Audit Committee now laid before this meeting be received. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, sir. Mention your name. Thank you very much. I now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Shareholders, the voting has now commenced.
It's open. It's open.
It is. It's working.
guess I'll have to move over so that I can see figures.
Okay, thank you.
This is 20 seconds.
Thank you. To receive the financial statements for the year ended March 31st. Your report. And the reports of the directors, external auditors, and audit committee thereon. We have a total of 198 shareholders who voted for this resolution, holding 543,674,009 units, which represent 100% of the total votes, and no one abstained or voted against the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, registrars and shareholders. In view of the results declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. The next item on the agenda is declaration of our dividend. The Board of Directors has recommended a dividend of 5 kobo per every 50 kobo ordinary share. As mentioned in my statement, the micro and macroeconomic realities of the last financial year affected not just our company, but most of our customers' businesses, resulting in the year-end figures we just presented. Despite these challenges, the Board of Directors, in keeping with our tradition of dividend payout, is recommending for your kind consideration and approval a dividend of 5 kobo for every 50 kobo ordinary share. I wish to call on any member to propose that a dividend of 5 kobo per share be declared payable to shareholders whose names appear on the register of members as at close of business on the 3rd September 2021, subject to the deduction of 10% withholding tax. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
The name is Lawa. I rise to second that motion. I move the motion.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lawa. Will someone please second the motion? Thank you very much, sir. I now call on the registers to conduct the voting by poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we're going to increase the time now to 30 seconds as against the 20 seconds earlier communicated. So the voting starts now. Voting has closed, so we would wait for some seconds for the result to be displayed. Declaration of dividend. So we have 198 shareholders who have voted for this resolution, holding 543,674,009 units, representing 100% of the total shareholding present here. And we do not have anyone who voted against or abstained for this resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Madam. In view of the results declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion also unanimously carried. Thank you very much. The third item on the agenda is the election of directors, further to Section 273 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. The Secretary will read out the names of the directors being presented for election.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The directors for election are Mr. Peter Suleya Leto, Non-Executive Director, appointed with effect from 28th June 2021. Mr. Chukwuemeka, non-executive director, appointed with effect from 28th June 2021. The profiles of these directors are contained in the annual reports and on the company's website. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary. These directors were appointed after a rigorous nomination process and recognition of their professional expertise and skills, which will enhance the deliberation of the board. The directors for election shall be elected by separate resolutions. I now propose that Mr. Peter Surulere Aleto, being non-executive director appointed since the last annual general meeting, be elected as non-executive director of the company. Will someone, okay, yeah, thank you. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, sir, directly behind. We can hear you, sir.
I Dividend of Godfrey Uche, second that motion.
Thank you very much. I will now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, the voting has now commenced. Wait for the collation of results. Mr. Peter Surulere Aleto, non-executive director. So we have 198 shareholders who voted for this resolution, holding 543,674,009 units of Star Express, representing 100% of the total present here. And we do not have any shareholder who voted against or abstained from this resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam. In view of the results just declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. The next, congrats. I would like Mr. Ndu's picture displayed on the screen, please. Okay, I now propose that Mr. Ndu, can we have his picture as well? Being non-executive director appointed since the last annual general meeting, be elected as non-executive director of the company. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, sir. Mr. Lawal again. Thank you, Mr. Lawal. I now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Shareholders, the voting has now commenced. We have few seconds left. Okay, so for Mr. Chukwuemeka Emmanuel Ndu, non-executive director, we have a total of 198 shareholders who voted for this resolution, holding 543,674,009 units, representing 100% of the total shareholding present, while we do not have anybody who voted against or abstained from this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. In view of the results just declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. Let me again thank shareholders and welcome formally Mr. Aleto and Mr. Indu to the board. Thank you. Thank you very much. Item 4 on the agenda is to fix the remuneration of the auditors, and who are Mrs. Ernst and Young. Who? Yes, sir.
I'm just thinking, if you permit me, I was thinking that 1/3 of the existing board itself should retire, but I didn't find that to be so. I was just
Okay, hold on.
Yes, they were supposed to, but because we had 2 directors that had retired already, if we had the other directors retiring, by their tenure of appointments on the board, they hadn't they hadn't lasted up to the 4 years that they were supposed to do. That's the chairman and Mrs. Side. So yes, please, thank you.
So I have very strong support on the legal and on the affairs of the company. Thank you. Or increase it for selecting them to be. Thank you very much. So we shall now proceed to the next item on the agenda, which is to fix the remuneration of the auditors. Messrs. Ernst and Young, who have indicated their willingness to continue in office, and therefore there is no need to pass a resolution for their reappointment. By virtue of sections 401 and 408 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the remuneration of the external director auditors are to be fixed by the company at the general meeting. Can someone please propose that the directors be authorized to fix the remuneration of the auditors in respect of the period ending at the conclusion of the next annual general meeting? Yes, sir. Thank you, Prince. Someone please second the motion. Yes, sir. Sorry, can you repeat that so that you can pick the?
I, Prince Adewale Oyeluga, I second that motion.
Thank you very much. I now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, voting has now commenced. Voting closed. To authorize the director's remuneration. Sorry. So we have 198 shareholders who voted for this resolution, holding 543,674,009 units of Star Express shares, representing 100% of total present, while we do not have anyone who voted against or abstained from the resolution. Thank you.
Again, thank you very much, Madam. In view of the results just declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda, which is the 5th, is to disclose the remuneration of the managers of the company. Section 257 and 238 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides for disclosure of the remuneration of the managers of the business to members of at the general meeting. The remuneration of the company's managers are as disclosed in note 28 on page 89 of the annual report. No resolution is required to be taken on this item. Thank you. Let me go straight to item 6 on the agenda. The 6th item on the agenda is to elect members of the audit committee. pursuant to Section 404 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. The company has received 5 nominations, and I will call on the company secretary to read the names of the nominees.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we received 5 nominations. Mr. Kolawole Gani Amao, nominated by Gani Kudirat Motunrayo. Chief Cyril Ugumado, nominated by Ajani Wahab Abidoye. Mr. Moses Ogundeji Ayodele, nominated by Opara Clement Anele Chukwudi. Mr. Jibuno Godfrey Uche, nominated by Osai Ernest. And Mr. Oyeluga Adewale Adefolonsho, nominated by Olalekon Ademola Olaniwaju. As of this morning, Mr. Godfrey Uche Jibuno tendered his withdrawal from the race. And so we have just Mr. Kolawole Gani Amao, Chief Cyril Ugumadu, Mr. Moses Ogundeji, and Mr. Oyeluga Adewale Adefolonsho. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In line with the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the composition of the Audit Committee shall consist of 5 members of the shareholders' representatives and 2 non-executive directors. Accordingly, we will proceed to elect the 3 shareholders to complete the membership of the Audit Committee. With your permission, I will call on the representative of the registrars, Coronation Registrars Limited, to put us through on the conduct of this election. Okay, so guide us. Are we okay? Legally? Okay. Okay, so these are existing shareholders. Let me, sorry, directors, members of the Audit Committee. Sorry. Yeah, the first 3 names. So let me announce the names who are actually existing members of the Audit Committee. Mr. Kolawole Gani Amao, Chief Cyril Ugumadu, and Mr. Chief Ogundeji Moses Ayodele. So do you have? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We have elected these 3 gentlemen as your members of the Audit Committee. They will be joined by our own directors, Mr. Suleiman Koguna and Mr. Chukwuemeka Ndu. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. Now we'll go straight to special business. The 7th item on the agenda is to fix the remuneration of the directors. Will someone propose that the remuneration of the directors be fixed at 8 million for the year ended 31st March 2022? Yes, sir.
I, Governor Uche, humbly propose that the directors.
Thank you very much, sir. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, voting has now commenced. Voting closed. To approve directors' fees, we have 198 shareholders who have voted for this resolution, holding 443,674,009 units of Red Star Express shares, representing 100% of total present, while we do not have any shareholder who voted against or abstained from this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. In view of the results just declared by the registrars, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. Item 8 on the agenda is to approve the bonus issue as proposed by the board, that pursuant to Section 430, Cap 2, Cap 3 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, and following a recommendation by the Board of Directors, the company has proposed a bonus issue to members whose names appear on the register of members as at close of business on Friday, 3rd September 2021, in proportion of 1 ordinary share for every 33 existing shares held by them in the capital of the company. The shares so distributed shall rank pari passu with the existing ordinary shares in all aspects, subject to receipt of all required regulatory approvals. And B, that to give effect to this resolution, the board be and hereby authorized to do all such acts and deeds and give such directions as may be necessary or expedient, and settle any concern that may arise in this regard as the board in its absolute discretion may deem necessary or desirable, including filing all required returns at the Corporate Affairs Commission, and its decision shall be final and unbinding. Will someone please move the motion? Yes, Mr. Lord.
I rise to move the motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawal. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, Mr. Jibu.
I second the motion.
If you heard that. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. I now call on the registrars to conduct the poll and announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Voting has now commenced. Voting closed. To approve the bonus issue as stated in the notice of the annual general meeting, we have 198 shareholders who have voted for this resolution, holding 443,674,009 units of Red Star Express shares, representing 100% of the total present, while we do not have any shareholder who voted against or abstained from this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, registrars. In view of the results declared by Madam, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. Thank you very much, Madam. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, all items of business on the notice with which this meeting is competent to transact have now been dealt with. On behalf of my fellow directors, I thank you all for coming and for your engagement and for your support. I now declare this annual general meeting of Red Star Express closed. Let me thank you for coming. Let me wish you, safe journeys home. May I now call on Alhaji Sule Bichi to close with prayer for us before the national anthem.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We thank you, O Allah, for giving us the opportunity to conduct our annual general meeting successfully, recording 100% voting successes and having completed the annual general meeting peacefully. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you very much. Members of the audience, while we wait for the okay, thank you very much. Oga, please come. Please come.
my journey through the world, over land and over sea. I see different cultures and different people's ways. I was born where the sun never sets and never rises. I was born where the heat is like a second skin. Children crying on the streets, automobiles are making noise, the land is growing dry and weak, spirits dying low. Before fathers are calling me, I'm never tired, never weakened, the pride in me is bursting loose, an African boy. Farm, my father called me down behind a tree. He said, prostrate at my feet and say a few prayers. Then he told me all the stories of my brave ancestors. Said, look into my eyes, son, you were born to be great. So in the twilight I went home behind my father with a hoe, listening to the songs of birds. Whispers of the night I was singing 7 goats, 7 beats, 7 carries, 7 nuts, 7 lives. That's what I've got. I'm an African boy. Over sea, over land, over mountains in the wild. I'll be brave and I'll be strong. I'm an African boy. To her heart, she said, lay upon my bosom, say a few prayers. Then she told me to go forward, never looking back. The spirits are with you, and you will never fail. So I go into the world, into the deeps, into the wild. In the marketplace I dance, the sound of bata dancing. 7 jumps, 7 wriggles, 7 carries, 7 nuts, 7 lives. I've got from an African boy. Over sea, over land, over the mountains and the wild. I'll be brave and I'll be strong. I'm an African boy.
Star Express Plc, beyond expectations. Introducing Click and Ship, an e-commerce logistics management tool powered by Star Express. Are you a small business owner that is into retail? Do you have a business that involves selling items online and offline? Do you desire logistics solutions that allow you to deliver more products to more customers? Then you should be on Click and Ship. Why Click and Ship? With Click and Ship, merchants can request pickup and delivery of their products from the comfort of their shop or home to customers anywhere in Nigeria. Take advantage of our payment on delivery feature as well as our online tracking system to track your products on the move. Imagine delivering multiple products to different customers at the same time. It's really simple. You sell more when we deliver for you. To open it, the Red Star Advantage. Logistics is key for many businesses all over the world. Over the last few years, the number of specialist companies in the logistics industry has risen to 250 in Nigeria alone. So why should you choose Red Star Express Plc? Red Star Express Plc offers a wide range of services from domestic and international deliveries to freight services, outsourcing services, e-commerce solutions, printing and packaging, e-archiving, as well as agro-logistics and trade. We deliver to over 1,500 communities in Nigeria and over 200 countries worldwide. We have offices all over Nigeria with international offices in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso and the Benin Republic. We offer visibility for all packages on the move, so you know the status of your packages while they are being delivered. Red Star Express Plc is quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and has been so since 2007. Looking for the perfect logistics partner for your business? Look no further than Red Star Express Plc. Red Star Express Plc, beyond expectations. The Red Star Advantage. Logistics is key for many businesses all over the world. Over the last few years, the number of specialist companies in the logistics industry has risen to 250 in Nigeria alone. So why should you choose Red Star Express Plc? Red Star Express Plc offers a wide range of services from domestic and international deliveries to freight services, outsourcing services, e-commerce solutions, printing and packaging, e-archiving, as well as agro-logistics and trade. We deliver to over 1,500 communities in Nigeria and over 200 countries worldwide. We have offices all over Nigeria with international offices in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso and the Benin Republic. We offer visibility for all packages on the move, so you know the status of your packages while they are being delivered. Red Star Express Plc is quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and has been so since 2007. Looking for the perfect logistics partner for your business? Look no further than Red Star Express Plc. Red Star Express Plc, beyond expectations. The Red Star Advantage. Logistics is key for many businesses all over the world. Over the last few years, the number of specialist companies in the logistics industry has risen to 250 in Nigeria alone. So why should you choose Red Star Express Plc? Red Star Express Plc offers a wide range of services from domestic and international deliveries to freight services, outsourcing services, e-commerce solutions, printing and packaging, e-archiving, as well as agro-logistics and trade. We deliver to over 1,500 communities in Nigeria and over 200 countries worldwide. We have offices all over Nigeria with international offices in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso and the Benin Republic. We offer visibility for all packages on the move, so you know the status of your packages while they are being delivered. Red Star Express Plc is quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and has been so since 2007. Looking for the perfect logistics partner for your business? Look no further than Red Star Express Plc. Red Star Express Plc, beyond expectations.
The Red Star advantage. Logistics is key for many businesses all over the world. Over the last few years, the number of specialist companies in the logistics industry has risen to 250 in Nigeria alone. So why should you choose Red Star Express Plc? Red Star Express Plc offers a wide range of services from domestic and international deliveries to freight services, outsourcing services, e-commerce solutions, printing and packaging, e-archiving, as well as agro-logistics and trade. We deliver to over 1,500 communities in Nigeria and over 200 countries worldwide. We have offices all over Nigeria with international offices in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso and the Benin Republic. We offer visibility for all packages on the move, so you know the status of your packages while they're being delivered. Red Star Express Plc is quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and has been so since 2007. Looking for the perfect logistics partner for your business? Look no further than Red Star Express Plc. Red Star Express Plc, beyond expectations. The Red Star advantage. Logistics is key for many businesses all over the world. Over the last few years, the number of specialist companies in the logistics industry has risen to 250 in Nigeria alone. So why should you choose Red Star Express Plc? Red Star Express Plc offers a wide range of services from domestic and international deliveries to freight services, outsourcing services, e-commerce solutions, printing and packaging, e-archiving, as well as agro-logistics and trade. We deliver to over 1,500 communities in Nigeria and over 200 countries worldwide. We have offices all over Nigeria with international offices in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso and the Benin Republic.
NG, we're an online fashion accessories company. We specialize on premium products such as high-end leather shoes, handbags, wristwatches and sunglasses. Our